friends, welcome back to the channel Ruchi's Teaching. This is Ruchi here. Today in this video I am going to explain about the arithmetic operators in C language. Last class we have seen about the operators. So in this class I am going to explain about the arithmetic operators in the C language. Now first of all, before starting my video, I would like to say that please, if you are newly watching the video or newly seeing the video, please try to subscribe the channel, and I hope you will like the video after you watch this. So please give a like to it and share to your friends, and don't forget to comment in the comment section. Okay, let's start the video. Now these arithmetic operators, with that word only you can understand that arithmetic means using some numerical values, some digits, some operations on digits. In that word only, arithmetic. So mostly we'll be using this word in mathematics. So today I am going to explain about how we will use arithmetic operators in the C language. Okay, now arithmetic operators are also called as binary operators in the C language, right? So these are also called as binary operators, right? So these are also called as binary operators, and these operations, these arithmetic operations are worked on numerical values like int or float data types. Okay, so these operations can be done on numerical values. Numerical values like int and float. Okay, so on these numerical values only we can do arithmetic operations, and these are basic. In this, basic mathematical symbols are used, and basic mathematical operations will be taken into this arithmetic operators. Now what are basic mathematical operations? Now basic mathematical operations are like, you all know this. So these are the basic operations, mathematical operations. They are plus, minus, multiplication, division and modulus. So these are the simple and basic mathematical operations which we use. So these are nothing but the arithmetic operations. Now I'll give you one small chart where you will be finding operations, meaning of that operation, operators, meaning of that operator, and how you are going to perform on the integers or constants. Okay, I'm going to give some examples for these operations. Which operations? Plus, minus, multiplication, all those things. For those operations I am going to give some examples using int and float. Okay, now let us write the examples. Now first let me write the operations. Okay, meaning of that operation, right? Meaning of this or each operation, and example. Now first one, addition, plus. So the meaning of this is addition, adding two numbers. And for example, you can write a plus b. Okay, a plus b you can write. Now second one, minus, subtraction. Example, a minus b. Okay, third one, multiplication. A into b. Fourth one, division. A divided by B. Now fifth one, modulus. You will call this as modulus. Okay, here you will be getting the remainder. Okay, so you will call this as A modulus B. Okay, so these are the operations, these are the meanings of these operations, and for example I have taken A and B as the variables, and I have used these operators using these two variables. Now here A and B are, what are they? A and B are the numerical values here. Okay, so A and B are the numerical, you can call it as, if you are using numerical values, you can call it as numerical values, or generally you will call these as A, B as operands. Okay, now these are the operators. Okay, now these operands, A and B operands, if they are, you can use these A and B operands either in int or float data type. That means you can use integer data types or float data types for these numerical values. Okay, the variables which you are using in the program, you can use integer data type and as well as float data type. Integer data type will be whole number and float data type will be the decimal points. So you can use with these integer and float. I will tell you expressions. If you use integer, what is the expression? If you use float, what is the expression? If you are using both at a time, then what will be the expression and what is that operation? I am going to explain now. Okay, if you are using A and B as integers, okay, think that A and B are integers you are using, then the expression which you are using, the integers in an expression, if A and B are integer data types, then that expression is called as integer data, that expression is called as integer arithmetic expression. The arithmetic expression, you will call it as integer arithmetic expression, and the operation which you are using in that is integer arithmetic operation. Integer arithmetic operation. Okay, suppose when you are using integers A and B as integer data types, then you will call that expression as integer arithmetic expression, and if that operation is called as integer arithmetic operation. Suppose if A and B are float data type, what are these A and B? A and B are the operands. Okay, now then the expression you will call it as real arithmetic expression. Okay, now that particular operation is called as real arithmetic operation. Okay, now if you are using integer, then you will call it as the particular integer expression and integer operation. If you are using float, you will call it as real so and so expression and real so and so operation. Suppose if you are using both integer and float data types in one program, what you will call? You will call, let me give one example for this. For integer, example int A, B, right? C, declaration part I am saying here, C equal to A plus B, like this you will write. Okay, whereas here for float example, float data type, while declaring I am telling, during declaration part I am giving example, float A, B, C C equal to A plus B. Okay, so these are the examples I am saying, declaration part I am saying for integer and for float data types. Now I am going to explain about both. If you use both, what happens, we'll see. Now if you use both, you will call it as mixed arithmetic expression. Okay, suppose if you are using both integer A and B, or C, or integer is there, float is there, then you will call that as mixed arithmetic operation, mixed arithmetic expression, right? You'll call that as mixed arithmetic expression, and for that operation, to that operation, you'll call it as mixed arithmetic operation. Okay, for example, I'm giving example for mixed arithmetic expression is int C float A and B. Okay, like this. That means one variable you are using as integer, or even you can use like this also, int AB and float C, because if you store A plus B answer in C, you may get it in the with the decimal points. So that's why I am taking C as float and int AB as the integer. If you are declaring the C and ABC variables like this, that means you are using both float and integer data types, then you will call as mixed arithmetic expression. And here I will write like this, C equal to A plus B. Okay, so this is the example for mixed arithmetic expression. So you might have understood, like integer arithmetic expressions, real arithmetic expressions, and mixed arithmetic expressions. Integer will be only integers, real will be float, and mixed is both, using integer and floats. Okay, data types you are using, both the data types using is mixed expression. Okay, now I will give you one program using all these examples, using all the arithmetic operations, mathematical operations I will use, and I will write one example program. Okay. Okay, now I am going to write one program where I will be using all the arithmetic operations in that program. Okay, with this you will be clearly understanding the operations. For that, first I will be using hash include stdio.h, hash include include conio.h. Okay, now int main opening. Now here first of all I am declaring the variables. For that I will be using int, I am using only integer. Even you can use integer or float, whatever you want, whichever data type you want, you can use A, B, C, right? Or if you want float also you can use. Okay, I will take float as a C. Okay, now this part is declaration. Now here after declaration I am going to assign a value to the variable, right? Now B equal to 3. Okay, I have assigned numerical values 20 to A and 3 to B. Now I am going to write the program. What to do? First I want to print A value and B value. For that what I will do is print F, open braces, double quotes, the value of A is percentile D. Why I am giving percentile D here? Because I want to print the answer over there. Okay, close it, and where A value is there, A value is in A. So I am writing this. Okay. Now next, print F the value of B is percentile D, close it, and in B answer is there, that's why I am writing B. Okay. Now I am going to use the arithmetic operations here. You just concentrate. The additional value of A and B is percentile D. You know why I am writing percentile D here. Percentile D means the answer will be displayed over there. Close it, comma. Now what you are going to do, already in examples I gave A plus B. So directly I am adding there only. I am giving there only. Close it. Okay. Now printf the subtraction value of A and B is percentile D, comma A minus B. Close it. Okay. Printf the multiplication value of A comma B is percentile D. Close it. A into B. Okay. Are you understanding? Now when you are writing here like this A plus B, you should keep the brackets. You should keep them in parenthesis. Okay. When you are writing A plus B here only, you have to close them in parenthesis. Okay. Parentheses are nothing but the brackets, right? Here I am closing here. Okay. Now next one is division. So these are the division. So divisional value of A comma B is percentile D. Close it. And here what I am doing, A divided by B. Close it. So everything you have to keep it in the parenthesis. Now again printf. Last one is the remainder value of A comma B is percentile D. Close it. And what you are going to do, A modulus B. Already I have discussed this in the examples of that chart I gave now. So that from there I have taken. So A modulus B. Now after completion of all these things, and now you have completed all the arithmetic operations I have written in the printf statement, and I am closing this. Now you just tell me what will be the output for each one. So first printf the value of A is percentile D, means the value of A is the output will be, I am writing here. So output for this is 20. The value of the B is percentile D. Here it will be, answer will be 3. So B value is 3. That's why answer output will be 3. Next, the additional value of A comma B is A plus B. 20 plus 3 is 23. Output is 23. For the subtraction value of A and B is A minus. So what will be the value? So answer will be, output will be 17. Now the multiplication value of A and B is A into B. So answer output is 16. Okay, 20 into 3 is 60. The divisional value of A comma B is, so if you divide, what happens? See, 3 1 3, 3 6 18. Okay. Okay. So this will be the answer. This is the quotient. So here you have to see here, concentrate here, the divisional value, that the quotient value it will display. So this is the quotient. So it is displaying output is 6. Sorry, output is 6. Now here the remainder value of A comma B is, that means A modulus B means it will give the remainder value. So here remainder value is what? 2. So the output are like this. Okay. So this is the this program is an example of all the arithmetic operations, how you perform further in the program. All those things in the form of an example I have given. So this is how all the arithmetic operations are done and how you use them in the program, in the statements, in the printf statement or scanf statement or whatever it is, how you are going to use those arithmetic operations I have explained in the form of an one program example. Okay, one example program I have taken and I have explained all these things. Still, if you have any doubt in this example program, please comment through comment section. I'll try to clear it off. And with this I have completed the arithmetic operators, and my next video will be the relational operators. So hope you liked this class. If you understood it properly, if you have still have doubts, please try to give some comments in the comment section so that I will try to reply to it. And if you are not still subscribed, please try to subscribe. If you have liked it, give a like to it. Okay, then bye. Thank you.